On October the 7th, you spoke out loudly to condemn what Hamas did then. Since then, as the bombing of Gaza has continued, you have called for a truce or a ceasefire. You have added things about maybe there's a need to investigate possible war crimes. You have talked about the need to refresh the two-state solution. This is a slightly different position to America. I wonder if you could unpack for us how you ended up in that position.
Well, we have to take a principled position considering our national interests and considering also the sentiments and the human reactions of our people. And the principle is that borders are inviolate, countries have the right of self-defense, and killing of innocent civilians, women, children, old folks, or any other civilian is against international humanitarian law. And what happened on the 7th of October was not just against international law, but a horrendous terrorist attack on an enormous scale. So we fully understand how the Israelis feel about it and why they have reacted the way they have done. But what has happened since then in Gaza as a consequence of Israeli operations is an enormous human tragedy. The numbers keep on ticking up every day, but it's many times as many as what happened on the 7th of October. Again, women, children, and many innocent civilians. The destruction is on an enormous scale. And everybody around the world looks at this and in despair and say, surely this has to stop. Whatever the rights and wrongs, you must pay attention to the humanitarian considerations. And we have tried to express that in our statements. I think it's important that we recognize both the evil things which are done in the first attack on the 7th of October, and also the very, very tragic things which are happening in Gaza now. And we have to exhort the Israelis and everybody else to abide by international norms and to have a consideration for innocent civilians.
Do you think there is a long-term solution? You've always been a supporter of the two-state solution. Is that still possible?
There is no alternative to that. It's very difficult. It looks way over the horizon. But the alternative to a two-state solution is a one-state solution. And that means one side or the other has to be squeezed out. And that is unimaginable. So if you can't work towards a two-state solution, you are going to be in this cycle of mutual destruction for generations to come.